He's a retired federal agent with one final case to solve. A murder mystery in a quiet suburb has gone unsolved for nearly 35 years. But there's one man still on the case, and there's no way he's going to stop. Jim Sanderson has retired as a criminal investigator from the IRS, but he says he won't rest until he unravels the murder mystery.
His motivation is simple. His brother was one of 3 victims. Defender Kevin Dietz joins us now live from where this crime went down more than 3 decades ago. Kevin?
Yeah, longtime residents here in Sterling Heights still drive by the building and wonder if that triple homicide from 1985 will ever get solved. Well, the retired agent you're about to meet is trying to do his best to do just that in honor of his brother. Sterling Heights has never been the kind of place you would expect a triple murder. So when it happened in April 1985 at the Times building on 14 Mile Road, the community was in shock.
Everybody's world turned upside down after that.
Jim Sanderson was a criminal investigator for the IRS.
It was said that was the biggest crime that ever hit Sterling Heights at that time.
One of the 3 murder victims was Jim's 33-year-old brother, Fred.
When this happened, I was a federal agent. I got a call, and I went out to the crime scene. I had to go over and notify my mother.
The newspapers ran stories about the investigation, suggesting it was drug-related, then a gambling ring. Some speculated it could be a mob hit. None of this sounded right to the young IRS agent. He thought it was a robbery because his brother and brother-in-law were trying to buy a bar and had a lot of money saved up.
That money was with my brother at that time.
And that was how much money?
Allegedly, it was between $100,000 and $200,000.
Police never solved the case. Agent Jim Sanderson went on with his life until January 17, 2018, when he had a vivid dream about his brother Fred.
It was just kind of in a semi-conscious state, coming out of a dream that I remember I had about my brother and thinking, I have got to go and do something.
Now retired from law enforcement, but inspired by his dream, Sanderson set out to solve his brother's murder. He obtained police files and photos and found some interesting discoveries.
They smashed the door in, caught everybody off guard. They killed all 3 of them. They left the refrigerator and the freezer door open. They turned the thermostat down in the room. That's to fool the police and the coroner as to the time of death. They put the cocaine on the desk to make it look like it was a drug deal.
He says his work ruled out a mob hit and drug deal as potential reasons for the triple murder. Sanderson concludes one of the 3 victims borrowed money, and the person who loaned it sent someone over to collect. That's when things went south.
The evidence pointed to one individual that ordered a hit and 2 individuals that conducted the killings on 3 individuals.
Sanderson laid out his entire investigation in a book called Down the Rat Hole. He calls it a circumstantial case in one of Sterling Heights' biggest unsolved murder mysteries.
It was a setup, so there's closure along those lines, and I think it frees my brother-in-law's reputation.
Yeah, the book goes into a lot of detail looking at a number of potential suspects in this case. There's a bunch of cool photos inside it from the original police files. If you'd like to get a look at it, we put a link on our website at clickondetroit.com so that you can order it. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Boy, it's really interesting, Kevin, to hear that new evidence of how he came to go pursue it. Is there anything police or prosecutors can do with what he found out?
Well, they're aware of the book and they're very interested in it. Some of the people that he talks about in the book have actually died, so it wouldn't be likely there'd be a prosecution if they were the ones who did it. But there's others who are still alive, and if they can move it from circumstantial to something more provable in court, something may just break in this case.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking for the truth. All right, Kevin, thanks.